another business to the list of businesses we suing. Thank you.
Hey, Darius.
Hey, Greg.
So let's talk real quick. You didn't show up.
Real quick, y'all. The caption says they fired me on the way to work, so I turned up on day A like they wanted. And then it says medicated crash out. So it appears he's under the influence at work, and now he's about to crash out.
Hey, Darius.
Hey, Greg.
So let's talk real quick. You didn't show up a half an hour early for your test.
Mm-hmm. My Uber was late. I don't know if there was traffic or whatnot, but
So you didn't text me either.
I didn't.
Okay. And you obviously are late to the regular shift. I don't think that we can continue on.
Okay. So you fired me on my way here, knowing that I was coming?
I didn't know if you were
And
coming.
then you had me study for a test off of the clock that we were supposed to take. You knew I was coming.
How would I know if you're coming? You didn't text me.
I've come every other day that I was scheduled. I've never not shown up.
Just come this way, leave out the
No, I'm going to leave whichever fucking way I feel like it. And when the Department of Labor gets to know that you had me study for a test off of the clock.
The caption he put there when the dude told him not to walk out into the front, he put a caption here. It says, "Gonna tell me to go out the back. I am free!" Exclamation marks. Really, man? Really? Okay.
You knew I was coming.
How would I know if you're coming? You didn't text me.
I've come every other day that I was scheduled. I've never not shown up.
Just come this way, leave out the
No, I'm going to leave whichever fucking way I feel like it. And when the Department of Labor gets to know that you had me study for a test off of the clock, they will be in contact.
You should have already
Greg,
studied for the test.
move the fuck out my way. Should have started. When am I going to study for a test off the clock?
That is your responsibility.
It is not my responsibility. It is the law that if I am doing something for work, I need to be paid. So tell the Department of Labor that you had me study for it off the clock. Tell the Department of Labor.
Okay.
Come on out. Tell all the owners to come on out. When were we supposed to study for this test?
You've had
Well, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. You work in a field. I'm assuming that he's a server or a waiter. You work in a field where the better service you provide, that can equate to more money in your pocket in the form of tips. I would consider serving and waitressing a profession. And the reason being is because there are levels to it. And also, you can make a lot of money. You can make a lot of money doing those professions to be able to take care of yourself. And then it's something that you could have in your back pocket, especially moving forward the way that the world's going. That's probably a skill and some experience you want to keep in your back pocket, because maybe even if you one day do get a job, you can always still do that part-time. Because in this economy, the way that it's going, it never hurts to be diversified. So, I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal, you having to study the menu or whatever after hours, just so you know it when you come there. Me personally, I don't think that's too heavy of an ask. I think he's being too technical. There's people in every career and profession that they have to do professional development outside their hours if they actually want to be up to par and stay competitive. So that's normal. And another thing that I want to know is, has anyone else complained about that? Because, come on, my guy, you can't be the only one complaining about it. Not to say that there aren't things in certain industries and verticals that are unjust that people don't complain about that should be complained about. But again, that is something that you need to know as far as knowing the menu for your job, for you to be able to make more money on your behalf and on the restaurant's behalf, to keep them with a good reputation. Y'all, before we get back into it, if you could like the video, greatly appreciate it. It only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And it's literally just a click. So if you're here anyway, you might as well click that like button. And also, if you can hype the video as well.
for a test off the clock.
That is your responsibility.
It is not my responsibility. It is the law that if I am doing something for work, I need to be paid. So tell the Department of Labor that you had me study for it off the clock. Tell the Department of Labor.
Okay.
Come on out. Tell all the owners to come on out. When were we supposed to study for this test?
You've had
on
so
or off
much
the
time.
clock? What time? On the clock or off the clock?
You
Answer
should
the
know
question.
the menu. You should
Why would I know
menu.
the menu if I haven't had time to study the menu?
Those documents have been on schedule.
Those documents have been on the schedule for weeks. When were we supposed to study? On or off of the clock? It's a simple question.
You should.
Do
know
any
the
of the
menu.
owners have an answer to that question? Were we supposed to study on the clock or off the clock?
So is your
So
excuse,
the Department of Labor
is your
will be in contact.
excuse-
There is no excuse.
Yes.
I was asked to study for a menu test off of the clock. Correct?
You were told
Correct?
you were going to be tested.
Excuse me. Excuse me, servers. When were we supposed to study for our menu test? Was it on or off of the clock? Was it on or off of the clock we were supposed to study for the test? Does anyone have an answer?
Anytime.
Anytime. Correct. So I'm only paid for the time I'm here. So you asked me to work off the clock. And now I have time to get to the Department of Labor. And this will be the second case. Don't touch me! Do not put your hand on me! This will be the second lawsuit this year against a business for incorrect practices. And if you think I'm the one to fucking play around with, and I done heard about you, Lenny.
Oh, wow. Oh, he's really showing out. This dude is really showing out. And this is what we advocated for, right? This is what we advocated for. Grown men need to be more in tune with their emotions, right? Well, we didn't consider that also comes with the range of the negative emotions as well. That could be dangerous. This dude is already medicated for whatever reason, allegedly, for whatever reason. And he is expressing the full range of his emotions, the way that we're being told that men need to operate. We need to just be super emotional. We think that emotional intelligence is losing control and being super expressive. And this is what you get. Man, I thought he was about to backhand that woman the way he was escalating. This is what we get. This is what we get. Now, I'm going to be honest. Maybe he does have a little bit of a point as far as studying outside off the clock or whatever. Maybe he does, like legally and technically. It really is possible. He might have a valid point with that. But I'm just saying jobs aren't easy to come by right now. So, especially those type of jobs where it could be pretty sweet, especially if you're at a pretty decent restaurant. You can make some good money. And this is just upfront work. You just knock out real quick and then it's ingrained in you. You know it. And you'll never have to do it again. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. I feel like it's really petty and trivial, especially for a man to be focused on. But when we are advocating for men to be so emotional and just be able to just lash out at the smallest things, then what do you expect? What do you expect? Because, well, let's get back into it.
Time. Correct. So I'm only paid for the time I'm here. So you asked me to work off the clock. And now I have time to get to the Department of Labor. And this will be the second case. Don't touch me! Do not put your hand on me! This will be the second lawsuit this year against a business for incorrect practices. And if you think I'm the one to fucking play around with, and I done heard about you, Lenny told me about your ass and the last fail.
And this is a teachable moment, ladies. This is a teachable moment. Where's that other guy who really is the one who he's really upset with? I believe the white guy is probably the owner or the manager or something. Where is he at? You mean to tell me you got this dude going off on these women right here where there's no telling what he might do? And then you hear, take your hands off me. And you're nowhere to be in sight now all of a sudden, when really all this energy is really for you.
This year against a business.
Where is the dude? Where is the dude at that was just talking to him? Where is he at? Because this can get bad real quick. This dude's losing control. Listen, man, this is not your business at the end of the day. For whatever the reason they want to fire you, they really can fire you for whatever reason. It's not cool, but you just got to take it in stride. You just got to do what you do. And at this point, honestly, you made it this way because you decided to oppose something. You decided that you were going to go against the status quo. And if you're doing it if you're doing it for righteousness, then that's okay. There's going to be cause and effect in the cosmos. So just because you might still get fired, things are going to sort themselves out if you're on the side of justice. So you don't have to act like this. But again, my concern is, where is that other man who he's really upset with? Because why you just you just letting, it's like you got these women trying to be security guards and bouncers, and they're putting hands on him, and now he's reacting.
I have time to get to the Department of Labor, and this will be the second case. Don't touch me! Do not put your hand on me! This will be the second lawsuit this year against a business for incorrect practices. And if you think I'm the one to fucking play around with, and I done heard about you, Lenny told me about your ass and the last failed restaurant you had. So yeah, I hope you had a good fucking laugh, because I'm calling the people now. Have a good fucking...
Ladies, when men are going at it, stay out the way. Do not get in the way. Because the worst that could possibly happen probably is him and the other dude will probably fight. But now y'all get in the way. Now he do something that hurts you. Now all of a sudden, it may go further. It may go further. And it's not going to end well for anybody.
I hope you had a good fucking laugh, because I'm calling the people now. Have a good fucking day. Gonna fire me on the way here and not tell no fucking body, and then you can't answer my goddamn question, and you think I'm gonna leave quietly? Is this what you...
Correction. The only instance where you should be getting in the way is if it's you putting your hands on your man and saying, no, we're not doing this. Come with me. It's kind of like you're holding them back. That's the only way that it's acceptable. But definitely don't be putting your hands on the other aggressor.
Fucking body, and then you can't answer my goddamn question, and you think I'm gonna leave quietly? Is this what you want? Big Cat has asked their employees...
Oh my gosh, this dude is wild. I literally thought he was about to say, are you not entertained? Is this what you want? Are you not entertained? I thought he was about to do that. That's how crazy this dude is acting.
You answer my goddamn question, and you think I'm gonna leave quietly? Is this what you want? Big Cat has asked their employees to work off of the clock. Does that seem fair? Gonna smile in my motherfucking face and play with me like I'm a motherfucking game? I got your motherfucking game. You ain't seen shit yet. Big Cat has been asking people to work off of the clock. Attention.
Hey man, let me tell you something. I think we need a real Arkham Asylum now. I think we really need Arkham Asylum. The way some of these people are acting today. Like, it really needs to say Arkham Asylum because people are going that crazy. Bat-ish crazy, no pun intended. We need a facility, because I know they got rid of a lot of the mental health facilities. They stopped funding them. And then they put a lot more strain on hospitals. So you see a lot of mental cases now that actually have to go to like real emergency room hospitals instead of having a designated location. Listen, you see the government cutting funds and all these other places. We might need to allocate some funds for mental health facilities. And I think we really need to call it Arkham Asylum. And we need to call it Arkham Asylum because maybe just the name in itself will serve as a deterrent because it'll just sound so crazy. It's like, oh, you was at Arkham Asylum? I think a lot of people will get straighten up, the people who can. But then the people who really need to be there, they really need to be there. He needs to be there. This for what's going on, it didn't call for all this. And see, this is what people like to do when they're wrong and they don't want to take accountability for where they went wrong and what we're actually here for. Because do not lose sight of the fact that the reason that we're actually here is because he showed up late to work. You see how he done started deflecting, and now it's about, oh, you had me study something off the clock. So what, you think that they owed you a get out of jail free card because you studied something off the clock? What were you thinking? Oh, I got some dirt on you, so now I'm about to walk around here like I run the place and like I can move however I want to move. And if you ever say something, then I'm gonna go federal and sue you. Was that your thought process in all this? Listen, man, this is not warranted. You were late. You were late. And Buddy said you didn't text him, let him know anything. And I would argue, see, people just take things on face value for what it is. People give up so easy. People just give up so easy. Are you lashing out like this because you actually needed that job? Because if you needed the job, I feel like you really aren't acting like it. You gave up. Because if you really need the job, then you wouldn't have been going in opposition to the manager who you would still have to be working with and have somewhat of a collaborative relationship with. If you really wanted the job, even if he said, yeah, man, you're fired, or he sent you the text message, you're fired. If you really needed the job and wanted to actually try to keep the job, then you could have just said, hey, man, I messed up. I'm sorry. I messed up. It'll never happen again. That's my word. Please just give me one more chance. And I promise you're not going to regret it. Who thinks that in most cases that's not going to save your job? People ain't even really trying. But then they'll do all this when the most obvious clear path was maybe just seeming remorseful and just saying it'll never happen again. What's the worst case that happens? What, you go a month down the road and then it happens again and they fire you? Okay, well, you got another month. And maybe while you're waiting that month, you should be looking for another job anyway because you already know the spotlight's on you. But it'll buy you some more time. But because people are so emotional, which men shouldn't be, they can't actually see the clear next step, the next best chess move on the board. Because in every situation, no matter how dire things might seem, there's always a next best move. So if we reframe our mind to coming at things from that standpoint, then we'll be able to make better decisions and probably be able to even salvage some of the bad decisions that we inflict on ourselves. And again, I feel like he could have salvaged this, but a lot of us aren't coming at issues from a problem solving standpoint. We're just coming at it fully emotionally.
Fucking game? I got your motherfucking game. You ain't seen shit yet. Big Cat has been asking people to work off of the clock. Attention. This place that will fail in a couple of months has been asking their employees to work off of the clock. Go put your hand on me. You done lost your motherfucking mind. And I done took double the Lexapro today. It ain't worth.
Oh, that's what you took. He said she done lost her mind. Ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? Brother, you have lost your effing mind. You have literally and figuratively lost your effing mind. And this is going viral. This video has 350,000 likes. This video has 50,000 shares. Oh, you recognizable, brother. You're recognizable now. Congratulations, you're famous. And if you're not famous, guess what? See, now everywhere this brother goes, Everywhere this brother goes, even if he gets the job and they don't know who he is, because remember, people can fire at will, which means if they get new information later, they can still fire you. This dude could be comfortably in a position and be doing a great job. And then somebody could bring this video to the attention. They could be like, ain't that Clarence? Look, isn't this Clarence? Let me show you. And then anywhere you ever go, they can always bring that to the light and say, oh no. I didn't know that. I didn't know that he was capable of this. Congratulations. And you filmed it yourself. Hey man, I hope that lawsuit pays real well, because you're gonna need it.
Hand on me, you done lost your motherfucking mind. And I done took double the Lexapro today, it ain't working. Let me call my mama, because I'm finna go to jail. Had the audacity to let me come down here to fire me, and then you can't answer my question? Yeah, I ain't gonna let this one go. I'm sure not, and I'm gonna sit here and wait for the bus. I could call an Uber, but I'm gonna sit here and wait on the goddamn bus. Since we wanna waste my motherfucking time and have me work off the motherfucking clock, what now? Oh, ain't nobody got shit to say. You wanna smile, you wanna giggle. Bitch, I know how this go. So anyway, I'm going to fuck back home, and this video will be sent to the Department of Labor today. So Melissa, you can add another business to the list of businesses we suing. Thank you.
Yeah, good luck with that, man. Good luck with that. Genuinely. Because again, you're gonna need it. Showing your tail like this. Acting just like your mama. But listen, let's read some of these comments, because there's a lot of engagement, like I've already mentioned on this post. And it's a it's a lot of ladies in this comments that's encouraging this. And that's probably what he was raised by. And that's probably why he acts like that. That's why I said acting just like his mama. You know what this chick said to Kia? She said, she quoted him, "Is this what you want?" Then she had the crying emojis showing that she's dying laughing. And then she said, "I love us. And you cuss so good." You cuss so good. Who the says some shit like that? I love us. We cuss so good. I love us. You cuss so good. No, he's on the bus so good. Like a lot of us who cuss so good, who don't have very much impulse control and control over their emotions. And then they end up sabotaging their own life. And they ultimately end up on their last leg with no one else to rely on, no one else to depend on, because they burnt every bridge. Cussing so good. You cuss so good. Someone said, she said, another woman, "Go be a lawyer, baby. You would be awesome." She said he would be an awesome lawyer. What in the world about this video make you think he's going to be an awesome lawyer? He will be the type of lawyer where the judge have to keep saying, "Order in the court, order in the court." Brother, I don't know if you medicated. I don't know what's going on, but you better get your... Talking about he would be an awesome lawyer. In what universe? Someone said, her name is Key. She said, "Don't forget they wanted you to come 30 minutes early to take the damn test." He said it in the beginning of the video. Now, I did hear that. It sounded like he was making it seem like he was late for not being 30 minutes early to take the test. Now, that's kind of crazy. But I would imagine that they were going to pay you to be 30 minutes early. I think he's just saying they want it for the test. They want you to be 30 minutes early. Probably because you have to take the test before service, right? I'm assuming they hired you because they needed somebody to start serving. They don't have enough staff capacity for the volume that they ultimately serve every day. So they probably have to get you up to par at times around the clock, because when the clock is on and when business is on, they need all hands on deck, probably, even if you don't necessarily know everything. And that's probably why they had you learn the stuff off the clock, which that should actually be a great sign if you are a server. And here's why. That's a blessing to work at a busy restaurant, especially in today's day and age where there is a lot of different restaurants. So if your restaurant is busy to the point to where they can hardly even train you during business hours, then that would serve to reveal that you're probably going to make some really good money in tips. So it's worth it. And they probably know that it's worth it. And they probably know that's why he fired you so early. Because he probably knows, shoot, anybody that gets in this position, that's a blessing. Oh, you're going to be able to pay your bills in a struggling economy, and it's going to be a good quality of life. And so, yeah, they have certain things that you have to do off the clock. That's with any great position. With great positions, they expect you to do certain things outside of hours because they know how good it is. And they know that somebody else who's actually savvy and who can recognize the opportunity in front of them would actually appreciate it. So, yeah, I mean, that you're not going to be able to take it during the business hours, most likely, because they're busy, which is a great thing. Again, I can understand his standpoint, but ultimately, we got to start being able to see the bigger picture instead of being so short-sighted and, again, squandering perfectly good opportunities. Now this brother is on the bus with no motion, literally stagnant on the bus. He didn't even want to get the Uber because, shoot, you don't got no money coming in no more. You're going to have to take that bus. So who's really going to be hurting in the situation over you studying off the clock and just coming on time? You make sure you get on time. People try to get to work in a way to where it's like they'll just be getting there when it starts, because it's so funny that the brokest people who have to take the bus have the most highest premium on what their time is worth. And they don't want to waste any time sitting in the lobby or doing whatever. You could literally get to work early and say, let me study this menu. I'm new. Let me get to work early, because that would solve my problem as far as being late. And then I can study this menu so good to where I can know it. And they can just give me all the main tables, all the good tables. And I can start hurrying up and running up these tips faster and doing a good job. And not looking like a bumbling buffoon when I'm trying to take people's order, not knowing what to recommend, what's good, which would then result in me not getting a good tip. Let me learn this thing from top to bottom so that I can ultimately maximize my earning capacity. We can't see the bigger picture. Short-sighted. Short-sighted. What else do you have to do? Now you about to go ride the bus and go home with nothing productive to do. Thinking you about to sue somebody. You ain't about to sue nobody. We'll leave it there for today. You could like the video. I greatly appreciate it. It only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And also, if you could hype the video. Hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button and it shows the points. And since I am a smaller creator, a smaller channel, we actually get more points per hype. And hype was designed for smaller channels, so that's why. But if you come across a video and you don't see the hype button, then it's probably been over 7 days. And hype usually vanishes after 7 days. So it's usually best practice, if you want to hype, to just go ahead and hype while the iron is hot on a newer video. And also, if you want to become a member of the channel as well, the join button's on the video. And what becoming a member of the DXU family will come with is you would get badges next to your comments, where it will show people that you are a member whenever you leave a comment, as well as you would get early access to content and also exclusive content that's not available for everyone else on YouTube. So again, if you want to become a member, the join button's on the video. But until then, I'll see you in the next video.